The Center for Child and Adolescent Mental Health, in partnership with the Department of Psychiatry, University of Ibadan, have put together this conference that is concerned about the well-being of students. By students, I mean students of the University of Ibadan, secondary school students, and pupils of various primary schools. It's going to be a swell time here in there, guys. My name is Shegun Dunayo, and this is Official Guru TV.
8 African countries: Cameroon, Ghana, Sierra Leone, Rwanda, Somalia, Tanzania, Malawi, which one did I? Gambia, I'm sorry, Gambia, and several parts of Nigeria. I must not forget Gambia, very important. I extend my deep gratitude to the Vice Chancellor of the University of Ibadan. First and foremost, I'm an employee of the University of Ibadan, the College of Medicine. And I also extend my gratitude to the Provost of the College of Medicine, University of Ibadan. I believe they will join us when we move down to the Henry C. Lecture Theatre. I also extend my deep gratitude to the Chief Medical Director of the University College Hospital for their support. I also acknowledge here the presence of faculty members of the Center for Child and Adolescent Mental Health, whose commitment to the cause of child and adolescent mental health has made today possible. I am grateful to members of the distinguished panel of discussants on the topic of school health and well-being. 1 in 5 adolescents in our schools use psychoactive substances, also known as drugs, and that adolescents who use these drugs are also more likely to be depressed and have other mental health conditions such as conduct disorder. Children and adolescents who use drugs were more likely to be influenced by peer pressure, a need to experiment, and they also had family issues and family problems. On the subject of adolescents in secondary schools, we found a great number of adolescents had stunting, undernutrition in children, and particularly children and adolescents from urban slums and rural areas. And we found that, on the other hand, obesity was more likely to occur in children in private schools. What is being done to rectify these nutritional issues? Children and adolescents with inadequate nutrition cannot enjoy optimal growth and development.
A lot has been said from the documents that we read this morning. And the third matter is that school health program in Nigeria is still at the level of policy, and the implementation is still very, very suboptimal. I quite agree with all that she said. So we'll have more about this during the panel discussion.
Thank you. When children say they have to go hungry, they are more likely to have suicidal thoughts. Yes. They are more likely to have depression. They're not likely to concentrate in class. They are more likely to be aggressive and drop out of school. In fact, many of them may even present as if they have attention deficit hyperactivity disorder because they are hungry. So these are issues that we really need to address and really tackle. And the time is now. So we can, so we can take comments from the press, questions.
I'm Shegun Dunayo from Official Guru TV. Aside the government now, what can our civil societies and the private sector at large, aside schools now, how can we make it a force? Because whether we like it or not, today we go, and before we have a day like today again, might just be next year when we are having that celebration of the day. What can we do to constantly keep it in the face of our people?
In Nigerian space, there's a huge vacuum with respect to civil society organizations advocating for mental health. Do you understand? So that because of that, we have lots of NGOs doing HIV work, doing malnutrition, women's rights, but very, very few are in the field of mental health. But that situation is gradually changing, and more non-governmental organizations, civil society organizations are coming up. And I can assure you that between now and the end of the year, there is going to be sustained pressure and public awareness campaigns, lobbying to keep it on the front burner.
What's special about the Day of the African Child? The Day of the African Child is marked every year since 1991 when the Organization of African Unity, now known as the African Union, designated June 16 of every year to commemorate the Day of the African Child.
I am Dr. Aisha Sanobar and I'm from Pakistan. I'm one of the 2 child and adolescent psychiatry fellows from the country.
So you have a presentation today. What's it about?
So basically I'm going to talk about the initiatives taken by CCAM and Khan University, and yeah, that's what I'm going to talk about. And I'm also going to talk about my mentor, Dr. Aisha Mia.
What do you think the government can do, or even members of the private sector, to make this problem a thing of the past?
Well, so this is a problem that needs solution at multiple levels. Just to acknowledge it, that this exists. A lot of times with geopolitical situations that are happening in your country and in my country, these things get overlooked. But there's this very important point that has been made today again and again, that people who are actually causing this were children once. So if we start taking it seriously, acknowledge it, so these people are doing great job. They are actually promoting and sort of like publishing policy documents. Just take it seriously and implement those, and not just implement, also from time to time just evaluate. So I think this is something that government should do.
Several aspects of child and adolescent health. It is a most important topic, and certainly one which I believe, I hope members of the press are here today, and that should go out to the public. Many people are not enjoying their perfect health. And it's not only the adults. You see, the adults that you see today grew up to what they are from childhood. And we must preempt and we must meet these problems in the bud by attending to the mental health of children and adolescents.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I bring greetings from the Vice Chancellor of our great university, Professor Abel Iburonayinka, FAS. He sends his greetings and he is happy that this is happening. And he says that there could not have been a better time to talk about school health and well-being than now at the state that we are in Nigeria. The child, the adolescent, are usually those that are seen but forgotten. Seen because we see them, forgotten because we assume that they don't have mental health issues. But today we know that we are wrong. And there is no better time to start talking about their health, starting from school, because that is where it all begins, and how they can sail through the period of childhood and adolescence.
The whole of Africa, and I'm sure over time it will go beyond Africa. And the people that will graduate from this center and department at the MSc level, at the fellowship level or post-fellowship level, at the PhD level, will go into their various countries, their societies or communities to make the lives of our youths better. And when we build our youths, we are ultimately building our nation.
My heart is shrinking and eroding, and I become smaller and smaller. I would be ever strong. Walt Disney, the entrepreneur and filmmaker, said, "The nation's greatest resource is the minds of its children." We need to stop looking and start making minds. We need to lay the foundation of mind-good education. We need to power on bricks of universal access to physical and mental health service. We need to happy? You want to be happy. Everyone wants to be happy. Children deserve to be happy as well. The school environment should be monitored to make sure it conforms to the approved national standard and regulation. Every child has a right to healthy learning environment. Children spend many hours in school. We need to care about what the school environment is like, because whatever children are exposed to will affect their health, either positively or negatively. Children deserve a good learning space because it also serves as a growing and grooming space. And Oyo State needs healthy children. Nigeria needs healthy and happy children for peace and progress. And Africa needs healthy, happy, and hardworking children to thrive and rise. Thanks.
In our public secondary school, they lack game gadgets and recreation. The last time I won an entire sports game was when I was in primary 5. Since I was in public secondary school, we haven't do any entire sports. So I can use a reference, this is a reference of the sport coaches team, OBMS, Oriental Farmer School. Every blessed Friday, they go to another singer for sporting activities. Why we in our school do theories? That's what's going to happen.
She's the first child of Chief Bola Ide and Justice Soluka Ide. She had a secondary school in St. Anne's, and later she went to Western Point School in the United Kingdom. She was subsequently admitted to the University of Essex at Colchester, from where she graduated in 1983 with a Bachelor's of Arts degree in Modern Languages and Linguistics, specializing in French and Spanish. She then went for a second degree in Bristol University and graduated LLB Honours in 1986. And then she came back to Nigeria and passed her bar finals and was enrolled as a solicitor and advocate of the Supreme Court of Nigeria in 1987. But one of the major things that Mr. Adekola has done, she realized her dream of founding, and she founded the Vale College Ibadan, a co-educational secondary school which promotes first-class training.
Every student in the school, right from my GS1 student up to my SS3 student, I have an open door policy. My students know they can come to talk to me about anything. They talk to their class teachers, they talk to their subject teachers, they talk to their house mistress, since they talk to the psychologist. Every child must be able to have one adult that cares. We should emphasize collaboration and teamwork. And also recognize children for their efforts. You know, not all of us will come first, but also give a breadth of curriculum and sporting activities, music. So every child is proficient at something. You can play the clarinet, you can dance, you can sing, you can recite a poem. So every child knows that they're good at something. So we don't just base it on academics.
Nation about the status of school health in this.
Government policy that is really important is a law called the Equality Act. It makes it unlawful to discriminate against people with disabilities. And the law goes on to define disabilities to include mental illness, so ADHD, autism, intellectual disabilities, and so on. And it also makes it mandatory for organizations to make what is called reasonable adjustment. So if a child is in a school and the child has a mental problem, the school has no choice than to make appropriate adjustments to accommodate the child, whether the school is private or public. If they don't, they'll be breaking the law and the parents can sue the school and win lots of money. The other policy, which is quite recent, is this green paper, which has set ambitious targets for the UK in relation to school mental health. And I just illustrate with two things. So by 2025, so in about 6 years' time, they want to establish a mental health lead in every school and college, whether private or public.
My name is Olayinka Egbukare. I teach in the Department of Communication and Language Arts. I'm also a facilitator on the program for Center for Child and Adolescent Mental Health here in University College.
What is the adverse effect of the media on the mental health of students?
Thank you very much. We have evidence from research that students are adversely affected by overexposure, especially to the social media. Many of them are becoming virtually addicted to their mobile devices and other electronic devices. It's so serious that we're getting to a point where there is a very low quality of interaction, as most of their interactions are virtual, and this is affecting the time they devote to their studies. This is affecting their relationships with others. This is affecting their mental well-being, and it has so many other implications beyond the ordinary.
This is the very first Skype fellowship in Pakistan, just like me. And so far, we have at least 3 good trainings. So I'm one of them. And together we have done a lot of great work, something that I never even dreamt of. It's not just getting the services that we provide, it's a lot of capacity building, a lot of leadership work, something that I was never taught in medical school, something that I never knew existed. So all of this actually changed after Dr. Mia came back. So we've been doing all of these great work, but I've also been taught by her that whatever you do, publish. Let the world know what wonderful work you're doing. And it's called graceful promotion. So here I am with all of these wonderful people, with this incredible professor, and Adela, you're a sweetheart. And it's an excellent opportunity to learn from Professor Annie, Professor Annie, and
Thank you so much.
In the past, people thought that in a school, the only thing you need is to teach the children. But no, that has passed. Now, health activities must be an integral part of education. When we're talking about school health, we're talking about taking care of the whole school, not just the children. It starts with the teachers, because actually it's the teachers that are going to provide the teachers. In countries like Finland and many of these countries in Scandinavia, teachers are one of the highest paid. But particularly nursery school teachers and primary school teachers, because the government realizes that foundation, a good foundation is on so many children on drugs. Very soon, if we're not careful, we won't be able to go out. Avoiding certain areas because
after many years of speaking by the professors to the students and other members of this conference, it is very obvious that mental health is important for us to pay attention to. Social media can be a plus or a minus. It depends on how you look at it. For Official Guru TV, my name is Shegun Odunwayo.